Alright. Hi guys. Welcome back to Watch With Us, everybody. That might be a little too loud, but we'll find out here in a little bit.
Hey, we're supposed to be the show here.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
We'll let Beethoven fucking rattle out there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm getting sick of fucking editing these goddamn live shows because some elevator music is being copyright infringed on me, so I figured Beethoven wouldn't do that to me. You see my cigarettes? Yeah, so me and Dave are back, just the two of us again.
And we're gonna go back to doing Star Trek this week. Some TNG. A little bit of Q action, it looks like.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, this is the only time I'm ever gonna complain about a Q episode is this Klingon musket carrying frickin' debacle of a Q episode. This is the stuff you do with Ultimate Power. God, some of the stuff he does in the good episodes is ridiculous. You're like, what the hell are you doing, Q? And on this episode, it's just, and they have the TOS sets. Like, they look like they didn't even upgrade them. It looks like a grade 9 theater production of another planet.
They just towed him out.
Yeah. But it has been at least a month since we watched Star Trek, and I was hoping that Trek would be the first complete season of something that we finish on the show here, so we might have a couple weeks of Star Trek, Dave. Okay, Beethoven over. I will just pull up the timer here for us. Where are you? There you are. Goddamn minimal view. Alright, so we'll put that back to 0. Okay, everybody can see that. Alright, so just so you don't have to go back, I think they said 9, right? We were at episode 8 last time.
That's correct.
I think it was the Ferengi episode. Was that the Picard having the headache and all the dreams and shit and going over to the Stargazer and reliving everything?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was like the second Ferengi episode, I think was the last one. And yeah, now we're on to the Q episode. So episode 9, I believe. Yeah. Episode 9, Hyde and Q. Real great title there, boys. So we'll start the timer. Bam. Start an episode. Oh, wait, shit. You heard Picard's voice there for a second. Just don't tell anybody, internet. Just don't tell anybody.
We would never.
No. Fucking, we get a letter from fucking Braga and Berman, or whatever the fuck name is. Is it Brendan Braga and... who's the other guy?
Ron.
Ron Braga? Brendan Braga and Ron Berman? That's it. Ron Berman and Brendan Braga.
Bluebeard.
What happened to exploring the universe? A medical ship all of a sudden? What's going on here?
They're fucking really ripping through the galaxy at warp 9, though.
9.1 you said, right?
Yeah. I'm fucking busy, Q.
That for what, 89, 87 we decided, right? 87? For late 80s, this is fucking pretty good. I guess held up. Unless we're watching the remastered. Which I'm not sure.
No, we're not.
It's almost the kind of unnecessary then. If this is not remastered, then what the fuck are they doing? Who cares?
Well, this one they still have actual film of, so they.
I mean, it's like when people say they can't watch claymation, like fucking the Jason and the Argonauts. So it looks so shitty. You're like, fuck off. Well, it's awesome.
That's amazing. Do you know how many hours that took?
Yeah, it's mind-boggling, kind of. I know the skeletons look herky-jerky and it looks kind of silly seeing a human being fight them, but it's still
I don't
awesome.
know, man. When I was a kid, that scene was fucking amazing.
I loved it, yeah.
You get to see crazier shit at a younger age because it looks hokey.
Yeah. That's what Jason and the Argonauts is. It's a sneaky way to introduce kids to violence. Because parents are just like,
gore.
Yeah. We totally missed the intro of Q there, but yeah, Q's back and he looks like a Roman centurion who's wearing a Star Trek uniform.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't worry, neither of us have any respect for this episode, so
no.
we might trample over it.
A little bit. I've actually been, me and Dave both have been watching a lot of Voyager episodes lately for enjoyment, not for the show. As bad as that sounds, I don't even want to admit that, but we've been skipping through to were you there? No, I watched all the Q episodes.
Yeah,
They do
I only
three.
watched the first one, I think.
Yeah, they do 3 Q episodes, and they're all connected. All 3 of them spread out over 2 seasons, maybe? Or maybe 1 season? I can't remember. It was maybe 1 or 2 seasons. And
The one with the young Q there, that wasn't bad.
4, I'm not even
fucking-
finished. There's another one. And their kid
Where he
comes
dumps-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one I watched was when Q and that girl have the kid. After the Civil War thing.
Yeah.
Which, as much as I've been complaining about muskets in this episode, they do that very well. The whole Civil War thing. And then they have the kid, and then there's another episode where the kid comes back and he's 16. And they have to deal with the 16-year-old Q. But I haven't seen that one yet. What I'm getting at is, I've spent a decade hating on Voyager, and now that I'm finally going back and watching some, I'm it's not bad. I still hate fucking Janeway.
Trying to dig out diamonds in the turds.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. My hands are fucking covered in fucking shit, but I found a few diamonds.
I don't know, I still found it pretty painful.
Yeah, there was a few episodes that I actually stopped watching. So this is the only time you see this gaudy Admiral uniform.
That fancy?
Yeah. Do
I guess.
admirals have dress uniforms? They're just always in dress uniform,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they don't get dirty, man.
Yeah. And we never see this thing ever again. The first time we see admirals, I think they're wearing just normal clothes with pips, right?
Well, they might have that, but they don't have the gold fucking...
No, they don't even. They're wearing a normal jumpsuit, but they have a box around.
the box around the pips.
Yeah. That one where that alien comes out of their mouth. I think it's the season finale or something. It's really stupid.
I don't understand how it's Oh, I guess he can only come in at certain times in the timeline for regular people.
Well, what I don't get is there's no rules that say, no, you can't turn some dickhead into a Q. Well, I guess this is the whole point. This is the whole era where Q is a badass and he's a rebel and he's doing stuff against the rules.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that first Voyager episode is exactly the opposite. He's
And
enforcing the laws.
They bring that up later. One of the Qs is you were the man. You were the reason I became a rebel because you were so awesome. And he's yeah, but I learned my lesson.
Fed up with shit, yeah.
And then eventually Q's yeah, he's right. I am a badass. And he starts a whole civil war. But
Which is, again, the fucking only quality that humanity seems to provide to the universe is fuck you.
Yeah. But it's also, I have a weird relationship with that kind of thing they're doing to Q in Voyager.
Berman, that's his name.
Rick Berman, yeah. It's better having Q like the Joker. Mysterious, and we're not sure about the continuum. When you flat out show us what the continuum is, or the representation that Q is making to show us, it kind of takes away the magic a little bit.
Yeah. It was better as an abstract.
Yeah. Or what DS9 does with the space battles. They showed us too much. Keep it in the bridge with a bunch of exploding consoles and people freaking out and calling out phasers, and then the occasional phaser blast outside. We see starships dogfighting, and it just ruins the magic for us.
In DS9.
Yeah.
And they're capital vessels.
A Class M world with no trees. You fucking assholes.
Whoops.
And a green sky.
Unless Class M means like... No, Class M means like loaded. It's like the fully loaded of planets.
Yeah, exactly. They name it. They call it like a Merchara class or something like that planet. It means it's Earth. Yeah. It's like an easy writing way to get away with fucking having different planets.
This might be a Class L.
Yeah.
You can live there, but they ain't shit.
But you're gonna need a dome.
Yeah.
And the problem with watching Star Trek is me and Dave just start watching it.
Well, I was just thinking, like, you could actually do, like, working fucking pads like that now for a set.
Oh, yeah. They're not just blinking lights and them touching stuff. Oh, that'd be a shitty job on the Enterprise, eh? You sit in turbolift control the whole time, managing the elevators.
That's computerized. That's what main computer's for.
He just called turbolift control, expecting a person to answer him.
They're just like the guys who are sitting in the closet, fall asleep, waiting for maintenance call.
Waiting for turbolift control. Oh, what?
What is broken? That never happens.
Yes, Captain, what?
the worst turtle with 4 again? Yeah, that one's a fucker.
Oh, yeah. God damn it, number 4. They do a few episodes where the main thing is somebody trapped in a turbolift or whatever, but they don't do it often. And whenever it does happen, you're like, oh yeah, that would happen all the fucking time. Like they're moving so fast and like they're getting bounced around all the time, and torpedoes are flying into them.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they would make sure that their turbolifts are on point. It's how you get across the ship, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, with the people we see in the starships, their starship, like I'm assuming they get beat around a little bit more than the average starship, so they don't have to deal with it. But like the Enterprise and the Defiant, actually, the Defiant doesn't have any turbolifts.
I don't know. It seems like they're also like fucking like they're their A1 ship, man. So like everything's got to be perfect for all the time. Unless it's like shit's hit the fan, blah blah blah.
But
that's
I mean,
why they have the whole like going back to the starbase thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at one point, do we have faith in elevators and turbolifts so much that we ignore fire alarm protocol like we do now? Like, even if there's a slight hint that there might be a fire, we shut down the elevators in every building.
Well, actually, they should keep them on, really. But the reason why they don't want you going in there is because the firefighters use them.
Yes. Yeah.
They need to have access.
Uh-huh. But nobody wants to get trapped in an elevator during a fire. Like, that'd be the worst thing possible to happen. And imagine, like, damage control. Like, damage control, the deflector dish, and you get in a turbolift, and you get trapped and stopped. You're like, oh shit, well now we gotta fix this before we get to the deflector control. The daily runnings of a starship are really vague, even for me.
Well, because there's probably some logistical problems that you start running into if you really start thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, again, a damage control team. Do they just sit in one spot in the ship and wait for another part of the ship? Or is there, like, sections of damage control? Like, damage control 1 in this section, and they just handle the decks 4 through 2, or maybe every deck.
On deck 17.
It would make sense to have a damage control team on every deck. Yeah. That way, if the turbolifts go down, you have people trained, that specifically know how to fix that deck. But that's a fuckload of people. There's only 50 people.
Well, no, you have your crew for that deck. You have certain, like 5 of them are damage control.
Oh, okay.
Well. They would have a specialty in that.
All right.
And somebody else would have a specialty in security. Somebody else, like another group, would have a specialty in this.
All right.
And everybody would kind of cover each other's shifts too, I guess. So the idea is that you're all proficient in...
But I mean, what, there's 10 decks in Kirk's ship. 30 decks, right? Well, let's say 30 decks, and there's 400 fucking people. That's more than enough for a damage control team on every deck. And the Enterprise. Yeah. There's fucking 1,000 people on that fucker. But what that says is there's people who went to Starfleet Academy for 4 years and ended up being damage control of the fucking deck 17 of the Enterprise. Yeah. And that was their career. Like,
the flagship.
Is that just resume padding? You're like, oh, I want to get a job somewhere else.
It's still a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like the fucking...
And like we said, not only ensigns
Like
everybody under
like
an ensign.
the plumber of the fucking aircraft carrier Enterprise. He'd
Yeah.
be like, fuck yeah, I was on the Enterprise.
But everybody under, what do you call it, ensign, didn't go to Starfleet Academy. Every crew member, the barbers, all those people. Which doesn't make any sense. You should have to go to Starfleet Academy if you're...
Well, that's the whole mix of it's a civilian ship, people, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But I mean, even Kirk's ship. There were some people on Kirk's ship that were just crew members. Which is kind of bullshit. Like, you're the flagship of the Enterprise at the very frontier of known space, and you're just some dickhead who knows how to turn a wrench. No, you need more training than that.
Top men.
Top men. Alright, so Picard's alone. The bridge crew's on the planet with Q. Where are the other 900... or that 991
hanging
people?
From pendant somewhere. I don't know.
They really don't know what to do with the 1,000 fucking people on this ship a lot of the times. They're just like, yeah, the turbolifts are stuck.
Like, you'd have to figure out that, like, oh, no, this is real. It'd almost be better if he had already come to terms with everything, and he was just like, well, I guess I'll sit here.
Oh, no, it's strange. It sounds strange, but it definitely isn't. No, it's fucking weird as shit.
And so she's the security officer? Does that make her pussy the penalty box?
But I mean, like, remember we were talking about this before, that episode with the kid who is all powerful and he's just fucking with Captain Kirk, and then his parents...
Trelane.
Trelane, yeah.
Yeah.
Trelane would be required reading in Starfleet Academy. Like, she's been trained for this exact situation.
Yeah.
And she's dealt with
like,
Q on 2 other occasions.
Yeah. It's an alien species with powers or with technology far greater than your own. That's all you need to know. That's it.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Guess what? This ain't gonna be fair.
And like, they have that thing where just getting admitted, passing the first test to get accepted to Starfleet Academy, there's like this big elaborate drama where they make you decide the life of a person, and like you think this is real, like it's not just like a test. Exactly. It's not the Kobayashi Maru.
That was an awesome fucking
and he's like he's dragging the body out of the room, and he's like, you have to come, I can't help you, and he's dragging the other guy, and then finally he gets out, and they're
like, well, you did the best you could.
Yeah, you made the right decision. Like, you saved the person you could. You didn't get all 3 of you killed.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it supposed to be wood grain?
Yeah, they changed that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looks awful, actually, now that you pointed it out.
Q personhood. Yeah, but Riker's a different animal.
Yeah. If they had... I really think they should have killed off Picard in the movies or the very last episode and had Riker take over command.
Oh, he's already too old. Like, they've already passed that point, man.
No, I mean, like, what do you call it? Like, the very last episode, season 7. Like, I think they could have got away with that.
Oh, yeah. Release Patrick Stewart.
Well, no, it would just... What do you call it? Or maybe promote him so you can bring him back from the movies like they did with Kirk.
Oh, yeah, do cameos, yeah.
But, it would make his whole career make sense. Because every time they offer him so many ships, and he's like, no, I'm waiting for the Enterprise. I want it. And he spends his whole career waiting for the Enterprise, and then his goddamn wife crashes the motherfucker into a planet.
I'm a therapist. What am I doing flying a starship?
And like that whole speech Kirk gives him about don't let him take the chair away from you. Don't get a desk.
Yeah.
Never take a promotion. Stay a captain. He's like, that's totally wasted on Picard, because Picard would be the best admiral ever.
And Picard's already done that.
Yeah.
He's past that stage too. Like,
yeah. But I mean,
he's already been offered his first an admiralty, and then he turns it down or something.
But I mean,
so, like,
do you remember Kirk or Riker? He has the Enterprise in that weird future.
Yeah.
Where like that's what should have happened. Yeah. But I mean, it should have been Picard like that. It should have been Picard taking over the retrofit Enterprise after Riker gave it up for a new ship. Picard goes Admiral, Riker takes over the Enterprise, drives it into the ground until it's in mothballs, and they're like, okay, here's a new ship, Captain Riker, take the whole crew over to the new one, and Picard's like, oh, fuck, the Enterprise? Let's get that shit retrofitted and be my Admiral fucking ship.
Really fancy.
Yeah. And then he'd be like that one admiral that goes out and actually does shit.
Yeah. Or when Starfleet does decide that the ship is so antiquated that they can't have it be the flagship anymore.
It wouldn't be the flagship.
Admiral.
It wouldn't be, yeah. Riker would be in the flagship of the new class of starship, and Picard
would just call fucking Riker up and be like, yo, new ship time for you, buddy. I'm taking the old one.
Yeah, and then Picard would, after he got retrofitted, would just be like, Riker would be like, oh shit, I need help, and Admiral Picard would show up with the fucking retrofitted Enterprise.
Yeah,
be like, exactly. I'm a hands-on admiral. And that'd be the movies. Those would be the movies.
Well, he'd show up to do the talking.
But, you know, hindsight.
Riker would be pulling generals in by the ear.
Oh my god. It's basic tactics. You deal with lower life forms all the time.
All these people have been to military.
It's so sad how stupid they treated the audience in the 80s.
It's like that's why they're all standing out in the open, fucking
they have no
staring
clue.
at them. Oh, it looks like they're planning to kill us. It's cool that you actually get to see the fucking light sidearm work.
The what?
You get to see the Type 1 phaser? Or whatever the fuck
Yeah, for the first season anyway. I've seen cross-sections of the phaser Type 2 that actually have those in them. The phaser 1 inside them.
Yeah.
Like it should properly be. It should be the head of it though. Like the snake. You put it right in the top. Then you just have the handle.
You need another emitter, you need more battery.
Exactly, yeah. That must have took forever.
So do they like share fucking contact lenses?
This is better, like...
Well, they are. They're just fucking energy weapon muskets.
He didn't even start off with stun. Like, he just assumed these were just made-up creatures.
Well, he probably also realizes in his Q's game, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, no, but he brought these people here. They're all real. Why wouldn't Q bring some random things through time?
Fucking killing other people.
Yeah, Q just goes, oh my god, you killed those guys!
Those are real people, right? Then again, they're in French uniforms, so probably more fantasy.
Yeah.
There, you're Q now.
See, like, that shot right there looks like 12-year-olds built the set. Like, it's just like paper mache rock behind them. thought the doors were working. How'd you get in your office?
You like manually work to open the door.
Been screwing with your head.
I guess when Q, he really doesn't have any reason to be pissed off about being late for anything, because he's just going to be like, what do you want, Q? As long as you bring us back to being in time. If you want, drop us off at the place we're going.
Yeah. It's like when Doc shows up at the time machine.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just make sure you drop me off right after you pick me up.
I guess that would be the real reason not to panic at like a time traveler showing up. Because you'd be like, as soon as time travel is on the table, it changes a lot of things.
Yeah. See, a lot of priorities shift.
All of a sudden you're going to Rick and Morty where things aren't that important.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that crazy?
I'd be terrified if Rick and Morty showed up, because your head's immediately on the chopping block. 50-50 chance you're going to be dead in 15 minutes if Morty shows up, or Rick.
And like, they don't have any grip on their shoes, which is a weird part there too.
Yeah, see, this is where I divert from the whole Star Trek logic. I don't care who you are. I'm just keeping that power. Immortality and all fucking like, knowledge of everything. I was like, oh, watch all your loved ones
He's
die.
still like on probation a bit, really.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the
Don't fucking tell him
standard
that,
the
but-
standard response is, oh, but you have to watch all your loved ones die because you're immortal. Like, why would you want to live forever? I'm like,
You'll get over it.
yeah, you once. Yeah, you always have to deal with everybody dying once.
You want another idiom? Fucking time heals all wounds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when with infinite time, all wounds are healed.
And like, they haven't changed any of the clothes yet.
The Q, or just the two of them?
Well, fucking Riker would be
Yeah.
the first one out, and then Q would be like, well, why the fuck am I wearing this now? He's not surfing anymore, he's a fucking Q.
Yeah. I think this is one of those for our benefits.
Yeah.
They're just like glowing spheres in space, communicating through subspace or some bullshit.
One of us. One of us.
I never really liked the whole thing of individual cues. That doesn't make any sense to me. They're one being, one consciousness. Like, it might be like a chorus, but like, I don't like when two cues are in the fighting with each other in front of humans.
Yeah.
Like, it should be more of like a schizophrenic thing.
And like, they do have different jobs, don't they?
No,
too?
they're just cues. They're all the same.
I never like the Q ideas.
Yeah.
Like, the episodes are fun, but I did think they fit the fucking series well at all.
Yeah, exactly. They're good, like, standalone episodes. They're great for, like, a little adventure, little funny fucking blah, blah, blah. But almost every time he comes up, they fuck up the universe of the Q.
Well,
like,
the
they
fucking
ruin
show's,
it.
like, atheistic by nature, pretty much. Like,
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, like, if you're going to have an episode where the Q are infighting,
yeah.
then you have him, like, start acting out both sides of his personality.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting, like all the Q are fighting, and I am all the Q. Like, this is my representation of the
You can make
Q
an
to you.
interesting twist where you have a species that legitimately thinks they're gods, like the
Yes.
fucking Goa'uld.
Yes. Yeah. But they
But
are
they're
technically mortal. Yeah, they're
Exactly.
they're putting on a show for the rest of the universe. And
Yeah.
They don't want them to know they are mortal and they can't die. But like maybe it's thousands of millennia or whatever.
You could even have a species that's never run into death before of their kind. You know what I mean? Until
Yes.
the humans are like, fucking nobody's immune.
Yeah.
And then the humans would figure out a way, of course, to
Uh-huh.
fuck them up. Be like, look, we figured out how to kill one of you.
Or like, we're not buying it.
Or you know what it is?
We're
They
not
were just
buying-
fucking convinced that, like, that one episode of Voyager, they would just convince a Q to quit.
Yeah.
The Qs would be like, oh, fuck, you...
No, but I mean, like,
there is
in
a
this,
workaround.
in
There's a loophole.
this universe, they're not individuals. The perfect one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
This is like, how do you deal with a god? Again, you skew it with a little. They're basically gods, all knowing, time traveling, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
if you get a gamma ray and fucking fired into
Who
their
knows?
fucking heart,
Yeah.
like it'll kill them or diminish them
Well,
a little bit.
the whole, like, who knows thing goes both ways, right? Who knows it's not a god? Well, who
Nice.
knows if it is?
Oh God, there's gifs of this. It has to be right of
Oh,
watching
sweet.
Wesley die over and over again.
That's wicked sweet.
No shit. Man, your Q motion is awful.
Yeah.
I'd totally rather the snap or like a little clap. You have to do
Imagine
that
it was
every
like-
time. Your shoulder's gonna get so overextended.
One guy's is like a fucking tap dance routine. He's got to do a little step.
Why can't they all snap? Why is that just the original Q's thing?
That's how they can tell each other apart.
Like, how many Q are there? Like, what's the population
It
of
looks
the
like
Q
half a dozen, I don't
continuum? Like, and then they state that like Q and like a few of the other ones are the only ones that actually do anything anymore. But most of them are just bored. They've lived so
Yeah.
many lives. They've been around for so long. They just sit there in the Q continuum, twiddling their thumbs and
Everything's been said.
yeah, which is just stupid. Are you kidding me? You have no
See, that's why I
imagination.
don't like the whole fucking plot device, because it really falls on its face.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, an immortal being that's fucking invulnerable, a god. God characters suck.
Well, we talked about it when we were watching the Voyager episode. You're all powerful. You put yourself.
There's no more drama, because there's no
No,
conflict.
but you erase your own memory. You put yourself into a one-time body. You live that whole life randomly with no knowledge that you are Q, and then you die, and then bam. It's like Jesus. You come back to Q, and you're like, oh, that was crazy. I had no idea that whole lifetime was an adventure. Like it was
It could be a
random
roller
shit.
coaster ride.
Yeah, and then you do it again in another planet with another life, and you could set it up because you're all powerful any
Oh,
way
shit,
you
I got
want.
run over by a dump truck.
Yeah.
That really sucked.
Yeah, but then ugh.
And then you die, and you'd be like, oh, that was really inconsequential.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't know at the time.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like you just stop and sit in a
Yeah, but could you
fucking-
do it to yourself? You couldn't do it to yourself.
Sure you could. You're all powerful. You're a Q. You just erase your memory for 50 years.
Yeah,
just dick around the universe with no memory of who you are.
Whoa, but if you're all powerful, then you can't do it to yourself.
God did. Right? Jesus didn't know he was God. He thought he was Jesus.
Ah, that's the kind of bullshit.
That's the
that
whole
works. You
fucking.
can't- they
That's the
split-
whole Christian
They
myth.
split that character in two. You can't.
No, they
fucked that
didn't.
up.
He's the same guy. He's the
I know
Son,
that's what they
the
say,
Father, and the Holy
I know
Ghost,
that's
or
what they
whatever.
say, but it doesn't work.
But I mean, that's the oldest story ever. I'm saying that he can do that. Like, why not fucking ape off of that shit? I'm pretty sure he does a beta test in the Bible. And he comes down, and the devil is like, no. You know you're God. You are mortal, and you're fucking on Earth and shit. But you know who you are. Like, you know that it's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
fine when you die. So he starts it over, and Jesus is born.
Still, it's a gross story.
Oh, wait, that might be Anne Rice. I don't know if that's the Bible or Anne Rice story. That might be a vampire novel I'm thinking of. Oh, she's so dead. Oh yeah, that's the point. She is dead.
And they're like, Riker, fix it.
Commander. He just looks at him and says Commander, right?
He's like, fuck no. except there's like so many souls you can't figure out which one to put in that body.
Where have you been? Why couldn't Q do that from your knowledge? Again, this is day one Prime Directive. No, you don't just bring people back to life. We could go down to a planet that has shitty people dying of cholera and cure everybody.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody dies. But that wouldn't be the right thing for that planet. It wouldn't be evolving the way it meant to be evolving. Like, they should just look at each other and, like, Picard should go, like, that sucked, I know. Like,
Yeah.
but you did the right thing. And he goes, like, I know I did the right thing. I went to fucking Starfleet Academy, but it still sucks. Like, they shouldn't be having this fight right now. He should just be pissed off at Q.
Well, I guess it's like utilitarianism versus fucking... what's the other one? Can't.
Yeah, but I mean, like, again, they did this with Kirk, the boy, Charlie X.
Yeah.
He gets all that power, and it makes sense because he's a 16-year-old fucking boy. Not a fucking commander in Starfleet.
Yeah, so one hasn't been to philosophy class.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh. Fucking bit his tongue on that one.
Yeah, he must hate his dad for naming him that. all anybody has to do is call me by my first name. It gets my fucking ire up.
It's like when a fucking cop's talking to you. And they call you by your first name.
Uh-huh.
It's like, motherfucker. You
It's
fucking...
Mr. Mitchell,
Yeah.
bitch. I pay your paycheck.
But I resign. I think you understand.
No, I'm pretty sure you thought of everything. You should have, anyway. You should have came to this decision by yourself.
Hey, Mr. Omnipotent.
Yeah, that's normal.
I wonder... This feels a lot like fucking Anakin there in episode 3.
Too quick. He flips a switch too quick and you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm evil now.
Yeah.
And there's no... You're like, oh, okay. You're now omnipotent and you think you should save everyone's life and all your Starfleet training is gone? Like, okay. Like, there should be that one moment. Like in fucking First Contact. When Data says there was a moment just before I fired the torpedoes when I, like, a fraction of a second, like
Yeah.
1.4 of a second where I actually was tempted by her offer. It felt like an eternity, he says. There should be that one moment where he's like, no. Bitchin' fucking outfit, though.
You become a god, you don't quit masturbating the first day. Takes a while to get out of the motions. You came from being immortal. Immortal.
Have you no identity of your own? No, he's just a smartass. I'd do that constantly if I was cute. Flim Flam Man. That's
once again, pretty good jab of religion there too.
Yeah.
Fucking the guy's dressed like a monk. Call him a charlatan, basically.
He really should be going, no, Riker, like, take this power. Go and do good in the universe. You've had Starfleet training. You will do the right thing. You won't fuck people's lives up. You won't, like, screw with the evolution of a planet, but, like, you'll fix things and do things right. And, like, do that for a few hundred years and then come back. You time travel. Whatever. Look, you have the power of Q.
You might fuck shit up. You could unfuck it up.
Yeah. Spend some time. Go experience it. I'll see you in 2 seconds because you're just going to show back up here. Like...
He just like flashes and comes back. Well,
whoa! There was all kinds of crazy shit I did in that instant, that flash. Lots of it didn't work, but some of it did. Let's get back to the whole whatever. God damn it, no one's heard of the monkey paw. Nobody's heard of rubbing a fucking magic lamp at a genie.
That's what Picard's face bombing so hard.
Yeah.
He's read stories about consequences. That's the whole point about reading. That's why it makes you smarter, because you can spot tropes from a mile away.
Yeah.
You see something happening and you're just like, oh, yeah, that's going to end up badly.
Like, even a simpleton can think that's a bad idea. Like, oh, you're a moron. You should just be going, oh, Riker, why? Like, everybody needs those 10 years. Even the robot knows.
Yeah.
Riker, come on.
See, because he fucking read. He's well read too.
Yeah, he's well read.
Him and Picard are like, yeah, right?
Yeah, they just look at each other.
There you go. Which is basically like the response to fucking like when somebody tries to buy you out, like bribe you basically. You're just like, well, to thine own self be true, so no?
Yeah.
Like if the stakes are that fucking high, you know what I mean?
Well, if it's something you would do. It's one thing taking a bribe to do something that you would normally wouldn't do, but if you do that anyway, just take the fucking money.
The reason, if the money's going to be that big, it's going to be because it's at the cost of your fucking personal integrity, right? So.
Yeah, but like, say somebody comes to you and says, I will be benefited because you will make a decision, and I'm going to give you $200 to make that decision. And you think, well, I was going to do that anyway.
I'm not thinking $200 scale here.
No,
like
any amount of money. Any amount of money.
Yeah.
Any amount of money. $2 million to make the decision that you were... Oh, he doesn't know you were already going to make that decision. There was a 50-50 chance that you wouldn't have, but you had already made up your mind.
There's no chance. The whole point of this is that you have to sacrifice your fucking scruples.
Yeah, I'm asking, is that sacrificing your scruples? Because you're going to do it anyway. You're just making some money off of it,
your decision anyways, yeah, that's fine. That's it. That's just.
But I mean, are your scruples damaged if you take the $2 million and say, well, fuck this guy, he's an asshole who's willing to bribe people, so I'm going to take his money and then fucking turn him in for fucking bribery, but only say it was $100,000.
Well, there's always
I'm really bending the morals and ethics there, but...
That sounds like a liberal party scheme.
Because if he comes back and goes, yeah, well, I did bribe him, but it was for $2 million. No, not $1 million. Like, what is he gonna actually use that as a defense? Like, no, I'm just gonna be like, no, it was only $1 million. Here it is. Here's the $1 million.
It was $50 and a bottle of whiskey. Oh, what the fuck is like the brass knuckles of Klingons?
That's weird. They're like basically like getting to third base in front of everybody.
Yeah.
See, why don't you have this opinion about any other aspect of Klingon life? Like, when the decision comes to go back to and fight in the Civil War, he doesn't go, no, this culture is alien to me. Like, they don't make any sense. He's like, no, I am a Klingon, blah, blah, blah. Just total role reversal. Oh,
this is like,
they're dubbing his voice over this fucking
this
old
is like
actor.
metal.
That's so weird.
When he becomes a superhero, but he still has it narrated by the kid's voice.
The
Still hear John Candy.
Yeah, but no, when he talks though, when
Yeah,
talks,
they do both, right?
Yeah, when he talks out loud, he sounds like the old man.
Yeah.
But when he's talking internal monologue, he sounds like the young kid still. How? Because you are.
So now guess what? You got to reblind Geordi. You got to
Human.
See, you're right. Like he's the Trelane character in this.
Yeah.
Right now.
But the parents were like, no, go fuck with these people, but we want you to fuck with them this way. And he fucked it up. They're like, oh, see? And again, talking your way into driving a robot insane, or artificial intelligence, or whatever, like word trickery, but talking your way out of a god? That's a legitimate god. He's not some kid like Terrain.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's how humanity would defeat such a being.
No, he wouldn't.
It'd just be like, you would just think them out of existence.
No! What we were talking about earlier, they should be using technology to defeat the Q.
Yeah.
Not word trickery. He can read the mind and time travel. So he can just keep on redoing this over and over again until Riker makes the decision he wants to do.
Or just make him make the decision he wants to do.
Or just make him So then you should be like, oh no, we set up this weird transporter thing so your powers don't work here. Like, you can come in and talk to us, but you can't, like, fuck with us anymore while we're on the ship or whatever.
But I guess that's, like, more like the Greek god thing where they just like to fuck with people because they were fucking gods.
And, like, if you go by the ending of TNG, the whole point is they've been wanting the humans to go to the next level. They know the humans are ready. Q is just screwing with them the whole time, just to make sure.
But he wouldn't be messing with them if they weren't, being considered.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you. This is a test, and you passed with flying colors. The last 7 years have just been a test for you.
Yeah.
Probably there's been a lot of episodes that were manufactured by the Q that we never knew, and they just solved it because they're awesome and they're humans.
Yeah,
and
but like, see, the Klingons didn't do it. The Romulans didn't do it. The fucking Cardassians.
And the Q tells Picard right at the very end. He's like, "Yeah, you're awesome, great. You're past the test.
Like, you guys have almost been wiped out a few times because you're not as aggressive as the species."
And then the next time you see Q, he's just like, "No, like that, we're assholes, and we've just been fucked. Like what? Like they totally lose it.
Yeah.
I don't know if." Voyager started after TNG ended, right?
Weren't they on at the same time? I'm thinking DS9 and Voyager.
Yeah, DS9 and Voyager were on the majority of the time together, but I'm pretty sure there was like a season of DS9 and TNG together, and then a couple seasons after TNG ended, during DS9, Voyager started.
Yeah.
So then they brought back the Q after the episode where they said, no, we're not screwing with you anymore, to have this whole thing in the Delta Quadrant with Janeway.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Civil War. And they just ruined them. Like, they ruined the Q completely. Like, it was fine. It was over. TNG finished it.
Yeah,
like, they were done.
It up.
Yeah.
It had a bow.
And we just talked right over the ending there, but that was episode 9. And thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We're going to have, like, I'm thinking of doing, like, an outro thing. Like a segment after the episode is done, so we're not just like, oh, okay, the episode's done, so we have to stop talking. Bye.
We could.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what it is, like, because we can't really do a what did you think of that episode segment?
No, you could put it in the comments below.
No, but I mean like us, like, so we have something to talk about for a few minutes after the episode ends, like a segment, a show wrap up segment that we talk and everybody gives their opinion of the episode or something.
Oh, like a review.
Yeah,
Well, like,
or just something to finish it off with instead of episode's done, bye guys. Like we could just something to go out on. But again, I'm just spitballing and thinking about shit here. So yeah, I'm thinking a few weeks of Star Trek. So episode 10. Oh shit, episode 10 next week. Thanks again, Dave.
Adios, amigos.
You guys have a good one.